Kara.
Hi, nice to meet you. I'm Quinn.
Quinn, it's nice to meet you too. Is that what you like to be called?
Yes.
Okay, awesome. It's good to see you here today.
Nice to be here.
Yeah.
So fancy.
Do you want water or anything? Is there anything you need?
No, I'm good for now. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, well, if you need anything, just tell me.
I will.
Feel free to interrupt at any time, just if you need anything. Okay. Awesome. So what brings you in today?
For the past couple of years, a few times, I've been in situations that were like crowds or not necessarily crowds, just like public spaces, and I felt all of a sudden, for no reason or for no reason that I could think of, just really kind of trapped and teary-eyed and like and sometimes like I can't breathe or like I just can't be there. I physically cannot be there at the time. And it happened at CUC weekend, and I was down in Marine Park, and I was talking to my mom on the phone, and I hung up, and I looked over at my friend Maya, who was there with me, and then all of a sudden I was just like, oh. And I felt like I was gonna, like, if I stayed in that spot, I was just gonna really lose it.
Okay. So how many times would you say this has happened in the past couple of years?
9.
Okay. It's a good number.
I know. And it's not like they're all spaced out. Sometimes for a period of a couple months it'll be worse, a couple weeks it'll be worse, and then go away for a while.
Okay. So was there anything that happened prior to these happening that was a noticeable change? Like, was there a trigger that you can think of? If not, that's fine.
Yeah, I'm thinking because there's life events that happen, but probably right before they started, it was my move to California for my junior year of high school. My family and I moved to California to be with my brother, who is chronically ill, and so I think the move was pretty difficult. And while I was there, I started having a whole bunch of anxiety problems, and the anxiety problems led to a lot of medical problems. And after that, I think probably that was when it started, at least.
Yeah. Okay. So what other issues have you noticed as a result of your anxiety?
I don't have it anymore, but when I was there, I had like stomach ulcers and I had a lot of nausea. So I still do have some trouble eating or feeling hungry. So food's a little bit of an issue. I don't know. I think it caused some tension maybe with my parents, because while they were there and I was so stressed out, they were like, you should be able to make it go away like that. And I was like, but I can't. I'm too stressed out to be able to think clearly enough to make it go away like that. And so I think there's been more tension between my parents since then, probably.
Okay.
I don't know. Does that answer your question?
Well, does the tension between your parents add to your emotional anxiety at all?
I think lately it has. Maybe that's why. I don't know. Yeah, I just got back from college, and I have been feeling some more problems with my mom for some reason. Like, I love her very much, and we get along on the phone, and we're really good at keeping up while I was in college, and she's always been my support system and everything. And then I came home, and all of a sudden I am so irritated by everything.
I think we all feel that a little with our mothers, but
it's just a little hard to be in the room with her for
yeah. Did it not used to be like that? It's kind of been recent.
Since I came back from college, or like from middle school, they're just they're just little, like a day or two I'll feel like that, or for a couple of hours, but it would always go away like that. And I would say, Mom, I'm sorry I'm being so grumpy, but don't blame me. It just is this feeling of
changed while you were away, and now you guys don't mesh as well?
Probably.
It doesn't have to be.
Maybe. Well, I'm sure I've changed, but I don't know. Like, I can't think of how. Probably that.
No. So you said you moved to California for a year, your junior year of high school, and that's kind of when your anxiety started. Was it because the environment down there made you anxious, or was it just the huge change in your life?
It was both, for sure. Because I was down there, like, for my brother, and so I felt like I, have to be all tough, and because my situation is so much easier than his, like, I should just be happy and grateful all the time, because I have it so much easier than he does, and so I was feeling that, and I still feel that, but then the environment in California was so much more competitive, and it was my junior year, so all of a sudden I was at this peak academic place in high school with all this new pressure at this fancy new California school with no friends around me that I could see every day and have lunch with, and just feel like I had this, so all of that at once, and it was just overwhelming.
Do you feel like you've recovered from all that stress and anxiety and pressure, or do you feel that it's kind of permanently stuck with you a bit?
I think I'm mostly recovered, but going back to college kind of re-excited the social part of it, like the academics weren't so much of a stressor anymore because I've learned to deal with that in my own way, but going to a new school and then suddenly having those solid group of friends just disappeared.
So do you draw on your friends as a support system? I know you said you draw on your mother from that, but now that's kind of been a little shaky. So have you found friends that you can also draw on support from?
Absolutely. I have two best friends, Maya and Nell, and right now Nell is away on a big hike, and so that's okay. She's doing her thing, and it's great. And I love Maya, and then I have another group of friends, and I'm feeling I have always people that I can call on whenever I need. Good.
So going back to the ski to sea last weekend, where you kind of had a panic attack, or just one of those attacks where you're scared of being in a crowd. You were with your friend Maya.
Yes.
Was she able to help at all?
Yes. That was the best. I looked at her and I was like, freaking out. And I started walking away because I just knew I had to walk away, and she didn't know what to do. And I said, come with me. And so she did. And we walked to a place that was far away from most of the people. And at that time, we were also with another sort of friend who had joined us. And neither of us were very comfortable around that other friend, but she doesn't have, I think she has mild autism, so she wasn't understanding the social cues of me needing to have safe space. So even though she was there, Maya was great, and it was good.
Okay. So you're mainly here because of your anxiety with crowds and that situation, or is that?
Yeah. I'd like to not have that anymore.
Okay. So is that kind of just something you want to overcome, and that's one of your goals of coming here?
Yes.
Okay. Is that your main goal, or are there other goals as well that you want to kind of pursue? Because today, since it's our first session, I mainly want to kind of just figure out where you're at and where we can go, and how we can just overcome things and kind of get to where you want to be. So, is that your main goal, or are there other things that?
I think I'd like to, mostly the avoiding panicking in a spend time better together. But I don't know. Maybe I could feel better about that.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
don't know.
Is how you're spending your time now any different than you guys used to spend your time?
Not really. Not as far as I know. Maybe, I think, since I've been back from college, I've been spending more time at my house, probably than normal. So
Okay.
I'm more cooped up during the day, and then she comes home from work, and I guess that's sort of different rather than me. I used to, right now, a lot of my friends aren't home from college, so I just have less to do in my day, and maybe I feel a little cooped up. And then she's like, entertain me, and I'm like,
Okay. How was it winter break when you came home?
my breaks were the best.
Yeah.
I loved my breaks. And I didn't feel any of this. And it was really great.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I only started to have, I didn't have any freakouts in public space until the week before I left to come home. And then I could not walk into the cafeteria.
Oh my gosh.
Because then it was, and there weren't even that many people in there. I was
Yeah.
just like, the salad bar. Yeah.
Yeah. Is there something that had happened that week that was exceptionally anxious or?
Maybe.
Yeah. Yeah. What was that?
The thing with the boy.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
And that kind of giving you anxiety.
I probably.
Yeah.
Or maybe, I don't know. I don't think. Maybe I was nervous about running into him in the cafeteria.
Okay.
I hadn't thought of that. Maybe I was nervous about running into him in the cafeteria.
Okay.
I was waiting for his text, and he never texted. And I felt abandoned, and he's so attractive. Yeah.
We all get that way.
So then I felt bad because it had been going on for a few months. I don't know.
Okay. So do you think in each circumstance where you have really felt that anxiety with crowds and before going into crowds, has that have there been other circumstances that have just built up your anxiety to that moment where you can't handle it, or do you think it's just I'm fine and then in this moment?
Well, the most recent one at PSC, it was like so sudden, and I totally didn't see it coming.
Yeah.
The first time it happened, I remember it built up to it a lot, and I was feeling really nauseous, and it was at one of the outdoor movies in Fairhaven, and it was the summer after I got back from California, and I was sitting among all the friends that I loved, and it was great, and I was watching a movie that I had seen before, so I think maybe I was kind of bored, and then all of a sudden people were around me, and I felt like maybe I couldn't breathe a little bit,
Yeah.
and I couldn't find my shoes, and so I just stood up and walked around Fairhaven at 11 o'clock at night in bare feet.
Okay.
Yeah, but that was like I could see, like it was built up.
Yeah.
Pressure
Yeah.
over like the hour that the movie had been playing, and I was getting restless.
Okay. And so this recent one at Ski to See, do you think maybe the anxiety and the whole new dynamic with your relationship with your mom kind of has got you more on edge? Because I know you're not used to this, and it must be so frustrating being like, this isn't the way it used to be, and trying to get back to that relationship, but also just being so annoyed, it sounds like. Do you think that's been some added stress?
Yeah. And like when she called me on the phone, it was like, we got along so well when we're on the phone.
Yeah.
Because that's how we communicated while I was at college. And then it was like, oh, I love talking to you on the phone. Because normally we could talk on the phone all the time and not see each other. And so then I hung up with her, and as soon as I hung up with her,
Yeah. So in that moment, you're kind of experiencing those emotions of like.
I guess, but I wasn't thinking about them.
Yeah.
I was just
Okay. I'm just trying to get an idea of where these attacks might be coming from.
It's all good.
Yeah. Okay. So how do you think would be the best way for you to get over these? Or not necessarily get over them, but to maybe deal with them better in the moment, or like deal with stress on a daily basis, and so you don't have to build up, or how do you kind of see this going?
I don't know
That's
very much.
That's fine.
I think like my immediate reaction is okay. Like when it happens, breathing and finding a place that's nice to be. But that's not.
Yeah.
That's just like applying a Band-Aid to the wound rather than avoiding the wound in the first place. And I don't quite know what to do.
How do you normally calm yourself down?
Depends. It depends where I am. I'm pretty good. I'm better than I was in the past at just kind of stopping myself and going to the bathroom and breathing a while there. Or if I'm at home and I feel myself, but I don't really feel myself getting freaked out at home. At school, just laying down, watching something that's calming, or going somewhere that's really isolated and darker and just chilling.
Okay. So, okay. So I'm kind of gathering the information here.
I think another thing that's been, I think maybe changed the dynamic of how I've felt panicked is how I've been a combination of feelings about my brother being sick while I'm at college, because there's a little bit of like, my brother's the best person ever, and he's so resilient and so smart, and he is stuck with this thing that means that he is going to be stuck for his whole life and can't do anything about it. And then I am off at this awesome college with this great experience that I get to have, and I feel like I don't have his strength and I don't have all these good qualities that he has, so I don't deserve it. He deserves it, and I am off having my parents spend this money on me do this thing for my life while he's still stuck in his room.
Yeah.
And it just more than in the past, it just feels like, that's not fair. That's not right. There's not anything I can do to change it, but it's still not right.
Do you think he feels this way, or do you think these are just your emotions that you project
I think
kind of onto him?
he doesn't. I don't think he feels that way at all.
Yeah.
No, I think it just has to do with, I don't know, maybe I'm making something up to me, so I will feel bad, like I should have some sort of bad feeling because he has to deal with that physical feelings all the time. Well, I do feel horrible because he's sick, but like,
Okay. So, why do you need to feel bad? Sorry, let me rephrase that.
to express the kind of guilt I feel about, or the how bad I feel for him.
Yeah. Have you ever just told him instead of you having these feelings inside you? Have you ever just like asked him or been straight with him or just told him?
I haven't told him.
Yeah.
I don't think he wants to hear it.
Okay.
Like, what? Probably how he would react is like, why bother feeling bad yourself if you don't have to?
Which is a similar question I might ask you.
But I don't know, maybe it's like a duty or something. And it's also, I don't know, maybe also just some form of me trying to articulate the grief I feel for him or something.
Have you ever expressed your grief?
Like how?
Have you ever told him like, hey, the situation sucks and I feel really bad that you have to go through it?
Probably.
Yeah.
But not like in a serious conversation.
Yeah. Do you think expressing these feelings would help you release some of your guilt?
Maybe.
Yeah. Just think about it. Just think about it a little bit. Maybe that would.
I don't know that I want to bring. I don't know. Part of me is like, oh, don't bring that any of your negativity in on his party. It's yours to deal with because he already has all his stuff to deal with.
Yeah, but this isn't your burden you're laying on him. It's just talking about what's already there.
Right.
Would you be willing to maybe talk to him about it? And maybe see if that helps just resolve some of your feelings of guilt and maybe how that impacts everything else you do. Because I know a lot of times we have one emotion that kind of consumes us, and that affects a lot of our other interactions and emotions and just actions.
I could try and talk to him.
Yeah. You don't have to. It's just something to consider.
Maybe if we're having a good chat and it feels like it's right in the moment.
Do you guys have good chats?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, is he living at home right now? Where you are? Okay. So, while you're at home right now, you have the kind of feeling of guilt about your brother, and then you also have the annoyance and anxiety with your mother. And you said you're spending pretty much every day at home.
Right.
You'd
think that I'd be having a panic attack inside home and not outside.
Do you think that's maybe the healthiest place for you to be? Or
no. It's really great for me to get out with friends and do things, so I'm trying to do as much as possible.
Yeah. Well, you should start initiating more with lots of your friends and just making an effort to get out of the house and have a routine. Because I know just having a routine can just transform your life so much.
Yeah. I've been doing 11 o'clock bike ride with my dad, and it's been the best part of my summer so far.
Yeah, that's great. Well, I think just being in a place where you're experiencing these emotions so strongly can really, really impact you. And I don't know if that's what you want out of your summer, but maybe look into leaving the house a little more. And you don't have to.
I want to.
Because I know you
leave
said
the house.
that's where you also feel safe and kind of where you go when you're having those attacks. But maybe just being there so often is another thing that's also adding to them.
I feel a little restricted. I just feel like I'm just like so much stuff out in random areas.
That's what I'm here for.
And I feel like I'm complaining about things I should be complaining about.
That is what we're here for.
I'm just gonna go and say all of the things. I feel I've been stuck in my house a whole lot, and I want to get out and do things and be more active and go on runs. My goodness, I want to go on a run so bad. Like, as I said, I've been doing a lot of, like, the nauseousness thing would come back, and along with that has come headaches. I don't think they're related necessarily, but it just makes it really hard to leave the house, and I'm worried that if I leave and do something, that it's going to trigger my headache to be worse and turn into a migraine.
Has that happened in the past?
Yes. Yeah. It happened on Thursday. I had a really mild headache, and I went and had a meeting with someone, and then I got home and was like out for 3 days. And so I want to leave the house. but
Yeah.
It's hard to find the balance.
Yeah. And are you seeing doctors about some of these health issues that you're experiencing?
Yes, but it has not been so fruitful.
Yeah. Okay. That's disappointing.
Just frustrating. But it's always great to live with someone who has a chronic illness, because you can say, my problems aren't nearly as miserable as his.
Yeah.
So it's a good perspective.
That's true. It's still something that you want to overcome, though.
Yes.
I'm sure.
And at the same time, like when I was having anxiety in California, my dad's like, you just need to figure out a way to solve your headaches. Just make them go away. And I'm like, if I could, I would have done that 3 years ago.
Yeah.
I didn't say that, but I thought it.
Does your mom support that view that your father has, or is that where the...
No, she's just more frustrated than she's so sympathetic and so loving and all that. Love, sympathy.
So how are you feeling right now after talking about all this?
Good.
Yeah.
A little nauseous.
Were you feeling that way when you came in? Or? Yeah.
But
has it increased through this meeting?
Maybe a little.
Yeah. Do you think what you've been talking about has kind of brought on some anxiety? Just kind of talking to a stranger about...
Yeah, it's so weird.
Okay.
And I feel like my problems aren't worthy of going to counseling.
That is not true at all. That is not true at all. We all just need to talk through things sometimes. Yeah. And it's great to sometimes get an outside perspective.
So often I will talk to friends, and after I unload all of my blah 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 onto them, I feel like, why did I just burden them with it, or like that's so boring to listen to, or whatever. So to have someone who's here to listen and not judge me so much is great.
I think if they're friends, they're not going to see it as a burden. Yeah. I know, at least for a lot of the friendships that I've been in, I'm not going to see it as a burden if they want to talk through things, because that's why I'm their friend. If I wasn't their friend, then if I didn't want to hear it, then I wouldn't be their friend. But it's also great to have an outside perspective, like I said. But no, this is what I'm here for, just to kind of talk through things with you. And I can't promise any solutions, but I can promise a safe place to come in and talk.
I feel like maybe my breathing is deeper breathing than I had when I started, which is good.
Yeah.
I don't know. Full breath of air, which is nice.
Yeah.
That doesn't make sense, but I think you get what I mean.
I do. Yeah. Well, this has been great. I think our time's coming to an end. But I'd love to see you again. I'd love to kind of establish more solidly our goals and your goals in coming for therapy. Because now I kind of know the reasons why you're here, but I want to really talk to you about what you want to get out of this, because it's something that you're paying for, and it's something that I've had the training to do, so we want to get the best result that we possibly can.
I feel great about that.
Yeah.
That'd be great.
Awesome. Okay, so we can just kind of meet next week if you're interested, and we can establish more solidly the goals of overcoming your anxiety attack and maybe your attacks and also exploring this relationship with your mother, and just you're stuck in the house with your health issues and everything.
I would love that. And hopefully between now and then I'll get out of the house more often if I can.
You can make that your homework for this week,
Homework.
is to get out of the house at least twice more than you did last week.
Okay.
Yes.
Thanks.
And
Good deal.
I'm sure you have friends that'll drive you and help you.
Yes.
Yeah, well, it's been so
Great.
great to have you.
Thank you.
Yeah, no worries. I'll see you next week.
See ya.